keeping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Lynch evades the tackler, and now some space. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Beast mode unleashed, a big one there. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 20. Yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Hey, Charlie. Go ahead.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
On second and 12, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Cousins, his throw incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Cousins, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Cousins again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown catch as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run here with Lynch. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Shamar Stephen there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw it is Cousins. Trying to lay one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
1st down, the run with Lynch. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
61, matchbox, lights.
On play action, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 12.
Wilson out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson throwing again. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta want
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, go Mike 40, Mike 40. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Switch up, switch up. 2.
2nd and 10. At the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Powers through again. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
14.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lynch. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down one score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They go play action here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard. To the 29. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but... This time they get him behind the line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Homer. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Back to throw. It's caught. Block it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings